Well, boys, we are roughly 10 days before the Premier League kicks off. And you know what that means? We need to get some things on paper. This is Red Card Radio. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you're listening from. Thanks for tuning in. Red Card Radio is a weekly look at the Premier League from three friends who support different clubs. My name is James. I support Arsenal. With me tonight, that is Brad. He supports Chelsea and it looks like the Premier League. And down below, that's Sean. He supports Tottenham Hotspurs. Boys, are you guys starting to get a little excited, a little tingling? Like the Premier League is back like 2 Fridays from now.
Yeah, this is hype. Let's go. Like,
yo, that was inauthentic. That was inauthentic. You had to think about it.
Because I'm still messed up because you said we have to talk about some papers here, and it's not papers, it's sheets.
What? Okay.
And so you threw me off, and so that's why you didn't get the authentic reaction of Chelsea Football Club is back.
It's called a synonym, Brad.
What? Why would I be excited about watching Eric Dyer and Ben Davies play center back again?
Because you get to
get another year in a row.
Because you get to watch Harry Kane score more goals
for Bayern.
Well, you know, not yet at least. Before we get too deep into it, we are doing our Sheets of Integrity. We're doing our yearly prediction episode where we will predict what's going to go on. Before we get into that, if you are new here, as you've stumbled across us, if you could hit that subscribe button, ring the sub notification bell if you're on YouTube, drop a comment down below, let us know who you support, all that good stuff. And then if you're on one of the podcast sites, follow, 5-star review, anything that your platform does that allows you to tell us that you think we're good. We'd appreciate it if you did it. It does help us grow the podcast, and we are always looking to do that. So what are we doing tonight? So we, Brad, Sean, and I, we have we're gonna do this the same way we did it last year, with slight modifications. So we are going to be picking the Premier League 1 through 20. So we're going to lock in where we think each team is going to finish tonight. Our official predictions, no changes, no takebacks, no funny business from the three of us after this point. We're going to talk about Golden Boot, Golden Glove, and then we're going to pick the cup winners. And then we have a spicy tiebreaker. That real spicy tiebreaker that we will when we have an online submission form that we're working on for everyone, where you guys will be able to participate in the Sheets of Integrity this year like we did last year, and it's the same rules. We're going to be doing we're going to do golf score essentially for the Premier League table. So you'll make predictions and you'll earn points based on how wrong you are. And so whoever has the lowest score at the end of the year will get some Red Card Radio swag or something. We haven't decided yet. We'll leave it nebulous so that we can decide in 9 months what we want to do for you. But that's what we're doing. So, without further ado, I think, are you guys ready? Are you prepared?
Yeah. We are definitely ready.
Would you say that tiebreaker is spicy like a meatball, or what kind of spice are you thinking?
Maybe, a meatball, maybe like a
spicy meatball?
An interesting red wine that's got a little kick to it. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. All right. Are you ready, boys? It's time. If we were a more highly produced podcast, we'd have some like sound effects. It'd be really dramatic and like drum rolls and confetti. And I'm just gonna click a button and it's gonna go to a big black screen. Because Brad, are you prepared? This,
I am,
ladies and gentlemen, is Brad's selection for the 2023-2024 Premier League season. Brad, explain yourself. Maybe.
I'm here.
Maybe it'll show. Hold on. Wait. It's not showing. Why is it not showing? Dang. This feels bad. Give me just a second, loyal listeners, while I...
Hey, do you want me to send you... Hey, I just realized I messed up. I just realized I messed up the last row because it's a tier list. It's like I screwed up.
Well, Brad, why don't you just run me down who you've got winning the league and the Champions League?
Winning the league? I got you. Ready?
Yeah,
I'm ready.
Us.
Show us.
Chelsea FC.
Ridiculous.
Bringing home the Premier League championship. The Premier League title is written in the stars. It's happening.
All right. Who are you narrowly beating out?
we are narrowly beating out Manchester City.
Man City.
All right.
Who get in with a clear advantage over Liverpool.
All right.
Who finally who surpassed Arsenal as number 4.
All right. I do have it up on the screen now so everyone can see.
Okay. It's here. I'm pointing to the right side.
Point the other direction. Yeah.
Yeah, it's right there. Got it. It's right there.
So recapping Brad. Brad has Chelsea winning the league, City finishing 2nd, Liverpool finishing 3rd, and Arsenal finishing 4th.
Yes. And then the 5th spot, which is not Europa League, I think it's Champions League, is going to be Newcastle United, followed by Manchester United. The Uniteds will finish 5th and 6th.
Okay.
And then I think, Sean, you're 2 years away from a trophy. I want you guys to run it back in the Conference League. I think you guys are finishing 7th. He's silent here, so I don't know. I don't know if he's mad or if he's like, "Why are you so optimistic?" I don't know, but we'll find out, right?
First of all, we're not winning a trophy, and second of all, we're not giving a single crap about the Conference League.
All right. My mid-table. Aston Villa 8, Brighton Hove 9, West Ham 10. I don't think they're gonna perform as bad as they did last year, even though they lost Declan.
Might lose Samaka as well. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, I still think I'm right here. Crystal Palace 11, Brentford 12th. I probably have them higher than I should without Tony for half a year, but I don't think they go down. Fulham, Wolves, Nottingham Forest, Burnley, Bournemouth.
Got Burnley. You got Burnley. Burnley staying up.
I do. I really like Company as a coach. The mini pep ball. We'll see what it does. My relegation teams. This is where the list is wrong, but like I'll rock it because that's what I put. Luton Town 18th, Everton 19th, Sheffield United 20th. I meant to flip Sheffield and Luton Town, but we gonna rock. It's in stone.
It is in stone. Yeah.
The tier list had me confused. I was correct all the way down into the last line. That's why I got confused.
You're going to collect 4 points, is what you're saying. Your tier list is going to collect 4 points because Luton Town's actually going to finish 20th, and Sheffield's actually going to finish 18th, and everything else is going to be perfect.
Correct.
Interesting. Sean, what's your biggest takeaway from Brad's tier list here? We should. Sean can't see it. We should post it in Discord now. Put it in our Discord, Brad, so Sean can see all of our lists.
Yeah. So
that's what we were just. Hold on, I gotta get it back.
Interesting. It is Chelsea improving on 11 spots in the league in a single year.
I mean, I think we can like that's obviously homerism, right? Like we don't take any. There's nothing we take away from that from Brad. Like it's.
And then I find it very surprising that he would put Newcastle 5th.
Really?
Yeah. A year after making the Champions League, and you would demean our friend Joel back to the Europa League.
5th is still Champions League.
Okay.
And I think I'm probably overestimating where they will be because they've never played in Europe before. I don't know if they have the squad depth to compete on all fronts.
Brad, I'm gonna say to you here from a world of hurt from the Newcastle fans, it's been some time since Newcastle's been in Europe. They have never not played, but it's been a few years.
Sorry, since
early 2000s.
Since we've been doing this.
Yes.
Since I've been a fan. I have not seen.
The two teams I think you're sleeping on the most in this are Aston Villa. I think you're sleeping on Aston Villa. And honestly, I think you're sleeping on Manchester United. I think all of the smack that everyone's talking about Manchester United is undeserved. I think they're going to be good this year. But those are my two. And also, you're doubling down on Everton getting relegated. This is the second year in a row you've got Everton getting relegated.
Yes.
All right. Well, I guess we'll see.
What have they done? They haven't done anything to make me excited that they would not be relegated. Plus, for the memes.
I mean, to be fair, they fired Frank Lampard, so like that's a big step in the right direction of not getting relegated. Okay, Sean.
To be fair, he did save them from relegation the year before.
Sean, you ready for
Yeah.
yours?
Yes. I
All
would
right.
love to expound.
Here is Sean's tier list on the screen. And Brad, you can be quiet, and Sean, you can run down your 1 through 20.
So we've got Manchester City winning again, 3 in a row.
4 in a row, isn't it? Wouldn't it be 4 in a row?
No, I think it's 3 out of 4 right now, because Liverpool COVID year.
COVID year was like, anyway.
All right. Anyways, Liverpool finishing second. I'm writing as I do it. Arsenal third, and Spurs right in that fourth position, right where they should be.
How close to third do you think Spurs are here?
It's probably a tight battle with fifth. I think those top 3 probably run away, as much as it pains me to see,
Okay.
to say it out loud. I think it's probably not as close as I would like it. It's probably like a 10-point margin, 9-point margin, a couple of games out where it wasn't really a run down the stretch to catch Arsenal.
Okay.
Then we'll go Newcastle, same position as Brad. And Chelsea, right behind Newcastle. I don't think it'll be as big of a dumpster fire as last year. I still don't think they make Champions League.
You have Chelsea above Manchester United here.
I do. I do.
I also have a second point, because didn't you just yell at me on behalf of Joel and our Newcastle fans here for my position?
That's why I did it, because I put them in the exact same position, a fifth.
Hey guys,
okay.
I don't want to spoil my list, but wait till you see who I have fifth.
All right. Now I can run down until the relegation zone. So higher mid-table, we've got Villa right after United, which I did not sleep on Villa. Then we go Brighton, Burnley. Burnley in
the top half.
Burnley in 10th. I believe in company a whole lot more than you guys do.
Oh my goodness.
Then starting the second half, we've got Brentford, Fulham, round out the top 12. Lower mid-table, we're going to go West Ham, Palace, Wolves, Sheffield, Nottingham, which leaves my relegation zone to go Bournemouth in 18th, Everton in 19th, and Luton Town in 20th.
All right.
Hey,
what's your takeaway, Brad? What's your takeaway here?
Hey, Sean, I like your 19th pick. I like your 8th pick and your 9th pick. I think those are very accurate. I think your 5th pick is really good.
You like Villa and Brighton?
I do. I like Villa and Brighton. I like the location. I think that's very good choices.
How about my 5th pick? You like that one too?
Yeah, 5th, perfect. 5th is perfect. You're sleeping on 6, but that's okay. You ranked 4th, too high, but again, I understand.
You're such a troll, Brad. You're such a troll.
I think if Spurs, honestly, if Spurs finish 4th, I'd be ecstatic.
You would. I think you would take that right now, right?
Yeah.
If it was offered to you, you would take it right now.
Yes. Beginning of the season, we're in the front end of a rebuild. Well, no, we're in the
You're in the middle.
We're in the front half. Yeah, the front half of a rebuild where we're getting younger as we try to replenish without losing table position, which happened last year, unfortunately, which we shouldn't have. But anyways, if we finish 4th next year, I will be extremely ecstatic.
Yeah.
I think you're a little overcome. I think you have Sheffield United in the right area. I don't know if Burnley has enough stuff to be top 10. I think Burnley stays up, but they haven't done anything yet to say and they lost their player of the year. So I don't know.
2 years in a row, a newly promoted team have finished top half.
True.
Brentford, Fulham. So on current run of form, who's to say Burnley can't finish 10th?
That's
true.
That's a fair
Brentford
point.
and Fulham also did not win the league.
What?
Brentford and Fulham were I think both finished second, or no, Brentford came up to the playoffs. Neither one of them won the championship.
Fulham won by a country mile with Mitrovic. He scored like 70 goals.
Yeah, Fulham did win the championship that year, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, he scored a record amount of goals.
It was like over 50. It was insane or something like that.
It was an unreal amount of goals. And
All right.
that's where the Mitrovic is going to Mitrovic came out. That's the origin story of he's going to score goals. You just got to figure out your way around it.
I hope he doesn't take his goal scoring to Saudi Arabia. That would be real sad.
I
Really
hope not
wants
too,
to.
because that's really going to tank my Fulham finishing 12th on down a notch.
I mean, to be fair, like
I don't know.
I would
They got
take
a really good coach there.
I would take the Saudi Arabia money if somebody was offering it to me. Like,
Absolutely.
how
There's
could you
no
not?
reason.
Why not?
How could you
There's no
not?
reason not to.
All right,
I
you
don't-
guys.
So I think as a podcast, we do not blame a single player that's going to Saudi
Oh
Arabia.
no, goodness no. No, take that
No,
money.
go,
Get
go
paid.
make that money. Come back later. Who cares?
Don't come back at all. Keep making the money.
No.
Who cares?
Now, Sean, wait. No, James, before we move on, now, Sean, how do you feel about German money? Players go take that German money.
All about it, I'm sure.
As long as they come on, we're gonna have to replace him. We're gonna have to use that money somewhere. Come on, get it. If it's gonna happen, get it done.
Well, that's an interesting question. Before we move on to my tier list, if assuming Harry Kane does go to Bayern Munich, which is the rumor right now, I don't know how vociferous the rumor is. Like, I don't know how much I should believe it. But like, assuming he does go for the 90 million pounds, something like that, who are you guys buying? Who's available right now?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just get it done and start the search.
All right.
You know what I mean? I don't think we have a short list. I'm sure they do, but like, get it if it's going to happen. Get it done and let's
Of course.
get a player
course.
to replace him.
All right.
We're running out of time.
All right. You guys ready for the definitive correct tier list? For the definitive correct 1 through 20?
Let's see this
Yeah,
trash.
All right. There is no reasonable person who doesn't choose Manchester, who could choose Manchester City, but doesn't also think Arsenal are right there with them. I'm picking Arsenal to win the league. Arsenal took City to the wire, and we have only gotten better. If you compare our depth at the beginning of last year to what our depth chart looks like this year, night and day difference. So I don't understand how you can't. I don't understand how you can think Arsenal are going to do worse this year, which both of you guys think Arsenal are going to do worse this year than they did last year. I, however, think Arsenal will do better. I think Arsenal are going to win the league. I think Manchester City is going to finish second. I think Liverpool is going to finish third, and I think Manchester United is going to finish fourth. I also think Manchester United has improved their squad. After they got rid of Ronaldo in October, they essentially stopped playing Ronaldo in like October, right? They were significantly better than they were significantly better through the end of the season. I don't see any reason why Ten Hag and the guys don't continue that vein of form. They've improved at goalkeeper. They have an additional option in the center midfield in Mason Mount. They have this one cat from Atalanta who was the 20th position Golden Boot person in Italy. So like that counts for something, right? He's got to be good or something. So I just think all of you guys are sleeping on United. That's all. That's my point. My point is that I think people are sleeping on United. Of course, fifth place is Newcastle. Everyone knows Newcastle is going to finish fifth. Like, right? Everyone knows that. Joel, I think, said it a couple weeks ago. He was like fifth, sixth, something like that. I also think you guys are sleeping on Aston Villa. I think Aston Villa have improved tremendously with their signings. They got Yuri Tillemans. They got the center back from Villarreal, Garcia. Is that his name? Last name? Rui Garcia? Anyway, they got the center back from Villarreal.
Pau Torres.
Pau Torres. Thank you.
Pau Torres.
That's Unai Emery's guy. And Unai Emery showed last year that he's got it. So I think Aston Villa are going to finish sixth. Are going to finish sixth. I think Chelsea finished seventh. I think Chelsea have improved. I think that they've gotten rid of some of the deadwood. But I also think that this squad is going to need time. I think Poch is going to need time to get this team playing in a way. And I also think that you have there's a cascading like level of like your targets, right? So you have like your top tier targets, like the people that you really want to get that are super expensive, that are really going to improve your squad, that are going to take your squad to the next level. Declan Rice going to Arsenal, something like that. Like Declan Rice is going to take Arsenal to the next level is the idea. I don't think that there's really been that level of signing at Chelsea this summer. I think this Jackson cat looks decent, but it's been preseason, so like it'll be interesting to see on a rainy night in Newcastle whether or not he's got it. Can't say Stoke. So like Chelsea have gotten younger. I'm just not sure whether or not they're going to be able to put it all together. I have Brighton finishing 8th. I have Tottenham finishing 9th. I don't necessarily mean this as a slight against Tottenham, but Tottenham haven't improved at center back. I don't necessarily know if you've improved a goalkeeper. You still have like the same crew of midfielders, and you're going to lose Harry Kane, it looks like. I am not, like, I know you guys have signed Solomon from Fulham, and there was another guy in there, but I have not. Madison. Okay, yeah, Madison. But is Madison the guy to take you, like, Madison with Harry Kane? Different. Madison without Harry Kane, I think is he
with Richarlison?
He's in just about the same position that he was at Leicester.
That's kind of my thought. And Richarlison, if I'm being honest, Richarlison without like leading the line, that's just Everton 2 years ago, right? That's Everton 3 years ago. Like that's not top six.
So here's where I'll push back on that.
Sure.
And you guys know my feeling. If we sell Kane, we should also sell Son. Yeah. Now it's getting a little late in the year for that. So at this point, I would say if we sell Kane, then keep Son.
Yes.
Because then now you don't have time to scramble suitors and get a appropriate price, especially at Daniel Levy's snail pace that he likes to sell players at. He likes to play the long game for whatever reason. Just sell the daggone player. But anyways, you're equating Everton's top 3 with Heung-min Son and Kulusevski, which is not apples to apples.
Fair.
If Richarlison had Son and Kulusevski and Porro and I'm not going to maybe Perisic. So the idea would probably be that we would move. Richarlison would also be extra, but we would move to a 4-4-2 where Son and Kulusevski would be up top, but would play wide and move inverted if we need to. I believe that would be the play.
4-4-2 with Son and Kulusevski as your 2 at the top.
Because
Madison is like a false 9.
No Richarlison.
Perisic would play wide.
Oh, I don't like that at all. Anyway, I'm worried about Spurs, but I also will point out, I think that I don't think that there will be a huge distance between Spurs and, let's say, the Europa League positions. Like, I don't think Chelsea is going to be 15 points ahead of Tottenham. I think Chelsea might be like 3 points ahead of Tottenham, something like that. Like, I think it's going to be close. I think like 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 in the Premier League this year is going to be really tight. I have Brentford finishing 10th, Crystal Palace 11th, and Wolves finishing 12th. I have West Ham 13th, Fulham 14th. I think Fulham's going to regress a little bit. Everton I have in 15th. I've got Burnley in 16th, surviving, and then Nottingham 4th and 17th. Relegation means I've got Bournemouth in 18th, Sheffield United in 19th, and Luton Town in 20th. So I think all of us are selling Luton Town. I think all of us don't think that they're going to survive. And then Sean and I both have Sheffield going down. Brad has Sheffield staying up. And then I think, right?
I have Sheffield going down.
Oh,
I don't have Bournemouth.
Well, maybe
you two have Bournemouth.
Okay.
Sean and I have Everton.
That's right. I don't have Everton, but
we have 4 clubs. We have 4 clubs going down.
Yeah, between the 3 of us, yeah. Which is pretty typical with us. Like normally there's like an outlier.
And I'm pretty sure. Well, it's not that I'm that far off because I have Bournemouth 17th.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, we're all pretty much sold on the bottom.
Yeah. So that's what our 1 through 20 looks like. I think that they're pretty good predictions on my end.
I'm winning this year. Coming from last or first.
I don't think Brad is winning this.
I'm 100% winning this.
Yeah.
You're taking 6 points. So you're taking 7 points. Sean's taking 6 points right off the top. So.
All right. What's next? What's next on the list, Brad?
I think we are moving on to our golden boot.
Okay.
And we haven't all. I think we all have this predicted. Do we all say it at the same on the count of 3?
Yeah.
Should we do this?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Holland.
Harry Kane.
Oh, okay. Harry Kane. We got an outlier.
Oh.
Defend your guy.
Sir, we weren't talking Bundesliga. We were talking Premier League.
He's staying.
Staying in Munich. Scoring all the goals. Okay. Do you actually?
The word is on the Tottenham streets is that if he lines up at Brentford week 1, he will sign at least a 1-year extension. That he has enough respect for the club that he will not leave on a free.
I just don't get it. I would just leave on a free. Like I would stay at Tottenham and then walk wherever I want next year.
That's the word on the street. Is that's if it gets to that point that nothing has happened before week 1, that he will sign at least a 1-year extension to stay and do right by the club to not let him leave.
The only way I would sign that if I was Harry Kane is if there was a £60 million release clause.
Yes.
Like something low, something
attainable for any reasonable club in the Premier League.
That will pay for a 30-year-old striker.
£60 million. If Harry Kane produces at the level this year that he's produced at his entire career, £60 million for him is eminently reasonable next summer.
And I don't disagree. So and I would be for that.
Yeah.
So just don't let him leave for free.
Yeah. The only way I would sign a contract extension with Tottenham is if there was a reasonably low release clause. Okay. All right. We're doing Golden Glove between us, so I don't think that we've all picked the same person for Golden Glove.
Probably not.
Because Brad's picked Kepa. Like a troll.
I should have picked Sanchez, but no, I did not. I actually took this one seriously.
All right, well then tell us, who did you pick for Golden Glove, Brad?
Allison. He was robbed last year.
Allison Becker. Okay, Sean, who do you have for Golden Glove?
Vicario.
Is that the new Tottenham goalkeeper?
Yeah.
He's not. Look,
I don't even know who he is.
Hugo starting day 1.
Is Hugo still at the club? Is he legally still at the club?
Yes.
So is he is he in training at the training ground?
No, I think he's at training in France.
Okay. I'm taking Ramsdale, obviously.
You're not taking Raya?
Well, there's a funny debate. I saw a funny meme on Twitter today that said Ramsdale and Ray are gonna share the Golden Glove. Raya's gonna have 15 clean sheets at home, and Ramsdale's gonna have 15 clean sheets on the road, because Ramsdale was really good on the road last year and sucked at home, and so they're gonna play Raya at home and Ramsdale on the road. That was a funny joke. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it if it happens. In Arteta we trust. Okay.
It was hilarious.
FA Cup time. Who's going to win the domestic English Football Association Cup? Brad, let us know.
Yeah. So, just the shock of nobody. There will be a domestic double next year. Chelsea Football Club.
Okay.
We are running this back to Conte 16-17.
Sean?
I will shock all loyal listeners, including you two. My FA Cup winner next year is Arsenal.
All right. I like this.
Wow.
I like this. Do you guys want me to blow your mind?
I'm already writing it. I'm already writing it.
You're already writing it?
Yeah, I put Arsenal down for you.
You should cross it out, because I think
What?
I think winning the FA Cup this year, ending their 15-year trophy drought, Tottenham Hotspurs. I also think this is why Tottenham.
Did you do that because I picked you?
No, it's on my notepad.
Did we just become best friends?
What is this?
So you guys
what
know
are you two doing?
You know how I picked Tottenham to finish 9th? I think FA Cup run has a big deal to do with that. I think Tottenham get a little heat.
What just happened?
I think Tottenham get a little heat going on in the FA Cup, and Postecoglou is like, let's go win a trophy, boys. And I think Tottenham win the FA Cup this year.
James.
That's what keeps Kane at the.
I don't know if Kane
White
leaves,
Hart?
but I think Tottenham win the FA Cup this year.
What's in your cup tonight? Because it's clearly not water. Are you drinking a big old that's like a triple shot of like a quadruple whiskey?
So I went to my refrigerator to fill this up with ice and water. So I put a decent amount of ice in it, and then I put 24 ounces of water in it. So this would be like a handle of whiskey.
Yes,
if this was whiskey, it would be a handle of bourbon in here, and I would be dead.
Which is probably what you probably drank to get to Tottenham.
No,
and Sean picking Arsenal.
Yeah, this is a little weird. This is a little strange.
We did not, loyal listeners. We did not plan this.
Yes.
Nope. We did send each other's tables to each other because we have to get the graphics up for the podcast. No one knew who we were picking for these other cups and golden boots and golden gloves.
Whatever.
And stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I didn't do it as lip service. I think my rationale is sound. I think my logic is sound. All right, Brad, who's winning the Champions League?
It's Real Madrid.
Sean, who's winning the Champions League? Arsenal.
Bayern Munich with Harry Kane.
This guy has Kane winning the Golden Boot.
I gotta hedge my bets. I gotta be right somewhere.
This guy. I'm also taking Real Madrid because I'm a scumbag, and I just am always going to pick Real Madrid in the Champions League. I don't know, man. All right.
We have the best chance if we say that.
Quickly, Europa League, Brad.
Do I meme?
Yes.
Or do
sure.
I do real?
Me?
All right.
Do whatever you want.
I'm changing it. I had Liverpool written down, but I am scratching it out because I did not. I missed this team. Roma FC.
Okay.
Jose gets it done this year.
Sean, who do you have winning?
Or AS Roma. Sorry, AS Roma. AS Roma.
Yeah, Brad.
I translated it. That's why.
Newcastle United win.
Newcastle. I thought about picking Newcastle for the Europa League as well. I picked Liverpool just because like they're too strong to not win the Europa League. That team is too good not to win the Europa League. Conference League. Did you guys pick anybody to win the Conference League? Do you guys even know who's in the Conference League? Just pick.
I don't know. Some Romanian team.
No, I did. Aston Villa.
All right,
that's why I had them so low.
Brad's got
Aston Villa.
Brad's got Aston Villa winning the Europa League, the Conference League. I've got Villarreal winning the Conference League. The Yellow Submarines from España. Sean, just pick a random team. You got to do it. 3, 2, 1. Who?
Ghent.
FC Ghent. Okay, all right. I like that. Are they in the Europa League at least, or the Conference League?
They're probably in the Champions League. I don't know.
No, they are in the Conference League. Ghent.
Oh, dude,
hey, Ghent.
We can do it. All right. And then this is the best one. So this is our tiebreaker. So in the event of a tie between two people on our table prediction. So say in an off chance that, like, I don't know, maybe Joel and I end up with the same number of points at the end, to determine the winner. This is Brad's suggestion. So Brad, why don't you tell us what the tiebreaker is?
The tiebreaker is the champions of Sean's favorite league. If you asked Sean what the best league in the world was, this would be the one he would pick. Serie A champions. With that said,
so
Sean,
I have a quick question about this. How are we determining how the tiebreaker works? So what happens if both people are wrong? So say Joel were to pick Inter Milan, whoever's closest. Okay,
closest.
All right,
and we'll go down. So like if that's still the same,
then I think we do
we'll move to like FA Cup.
Okay. All right, I'm down with that.
That's English. That's English. Okay. So like FA Cup.
All right, deal. Rules are set.
But
so you let Sean.
This is your favorite league.
Yeah, I'll let Sean pick.
Who is winning Serie A?
AC Milan.
That's a good choice. That's a good choice.
Great choice.
Why? Because you guys weren't going to pick them.
No, just because they've upgraded their squad. They kept Rafael Leao, and they've got Pulisic. They got the other guy, Loftus-Cheek, but they also got the other American,
Musa.
Musa. Yes, thank you.
Musa.
Brad, who do you have? Do you have AC Milan as well?
Cobham B. Yes.
Cobham
AC
B.
Milan.
This man just claimed Kristen Pulisic as Cobham.
No. Loftus-Cheek and Tomori. They have two Cobham graduates.
This guy. All of you guys are wrong. It's the old lady. It's Juventus. They've been banned from Europe. They can focus solely on the Serie A. There won't be any point deductions, any shenanigan point deductions this year.
Sure.
And Max. Well, to be fair, Juve played fairly well on the second half of the season last year. If it weren't for the point deduction, they would have finished third, I believe. I mean, no one was catching Napoli last year. But apparently Arsenal are going to sign that. Arsenal are also going to sign that left winger from Napoli, who I can't pronounce his name, the K guy, who's really good. Arsenal are going to sign him too.
Guardiola.
Whatever his name is. Yeah, apparently we're going to sign him, and we're going to sign Rea, and we're going to sign that other cat from Ajax. Apparently Arsenal are just going to be out here spending £500 million this summer, is what all the rumors are. So, hey, let's do it. And that's why Juventus are going to win the Serie A.
I liked how the tiebreaker is because it happened, and then you're just going to assume that Juventus is not going to lose any more points.
No funny business this year, Italy. No funny business.
Yeah, sure.
So, loyal listeners, first off, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Second off, we are currently finalizing a submission form for you guys to do this with us. We would love to have as many submissions as possible. Whether you watch soccer or not, whether you guys, if you're listening to this podcast as a favor to one of us three, if your buddy at work showed this to you, I don't know how you're listening to this. I don't know why you're listening to this, but whenever we finalize our form, we're going to pin it as the top comment on this video. We're going to pin it in our Discord. We're going to blast it on all our social medias. We would love for you guys to participate with us. I think it's just for fun. And if you win, if you do well, we'll send you some swag. We've got a couple Red Card Radio hats still lying around. Brad said something about coasters. Brad wants to buy coasters. So coasters? Maybe
stickers.
We'll see.
I don't know what we're gonna do.
Koozies. I don't know. We'll figure something out. But we will. We want as many submissions as possible. We love. We love the people who interact with us every week. Like the people who are here every week. We really appreciate you guys. And I don't want you guys to hear this the wrong way. But we also want to include some more people this year. So. Share it with your friends. Share it with your kids. Let your kid fill out a table prediction. Let's see how Jack does this year. Right, Jimmy? So, we want to make it fun. So share it with your friends. Do all those kinds of things because we'd love to have as many submissions as possible. But without further ado, that's it. That's all we got. Next week is the big week, boys. The Premier League is back next week. So, I'm not entirely sure if that means Red Card Radio is going to be still one episode next week or if we're doing 2 episodes or what. We haven't figured that out. We haven't finalized that specifically on our end, but there will be Red Card Radio next week, and we would love it if you guys were to join with us. Until that time, hit us up on Twitter. That guy is at KSBradG. Down below, that's at Whiteheart_Sean. Though I think that he's cooking up the Turf Moor Sean handle. I think he's going to get that back because they're back.
Burnley's back, baby. Top 10.
I am at James Tiffany. Collectively, we are at redcard_radio. Come back next week. Check out some of our earlier videos from this summer where we had some friends on to talk about their teams. And we'll see you guys next time. Until then, have a good one.